Hey, how's it going, everybody? Willogenic here. Just wanted to make it's going to be a Q&A video because I had a bunch of direct messages that were like asking me like specific questions, so I thought I would save off on them and just make it all into one video. So I put together a whole bunch of questions that a few of you have sent me messages on. They're actually pretty interesting questions, and some of them I even had a hard time like figuring out how to answer, because some of them are like, you know, what your favorite this or that, and I'm just like, ooh, they're asking the hard-hitting questions. But I just wanted to say, first and foremost, I apologize for the uploads this week. My schedule has just been so shitty this week with everything, and like my sleep schedule's been really weird and really bad. So it'll be fixed by next week for sure. I know after I'm done making this video, I'm gonna be creating and editing a montage video, just another one. You know, I'm hoping to make it longer, because usually I try to make them about 4 or 5 minutes, but so much editing goes into them, especially like doing different transitions and adding different things, just making things so it's like entertaining to watch. So I'm gonna be making another one of them, so you can either expect it tomorrow or Saturday. Like I said, normal upload times are still 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. Those are usually, it depends on when I schedule the upload, when I'm finished doing it, when I schedule it, but it's usually 12 and 3. So go with that. Go along with that. But yeah, so this is going to be a Q&A video, because like some of you wanted to get to know me or want to know questions, and I didn't even know this was some of the stuff when I was reading the messages. I was like, I didn't know. And I was just like going through, and I was like, oh, I have some of these. And I was looking, I was like, oh, I've had like this for like 2 months. And there were like, I think there were like 14 or 15 different ones, probably from the first time that I brought up doing a Q&A video. So I was like, oh, okay, let me just compile all these in a freaking thing, and I'll just make a video about it. So I'm just gonna make a video about it. You know, why not? So with that being said, the first question was, what made you want to become a YouTuber? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I wanted to do it since I was like 14. I'm 24. I want to do it since I was like 14. I just remember watching like all the gamers when I was growing up. Like I watched a lot of PewDiePie and Markiplier. They were probably the big two that I watched, especially Markiplier. But like PewDiePie, definitely, he was like, I think he was the first YouTuber I watched, to be real with you guys. And I was just like, this is so cool. And it was just the fact of, you know, minus anything of like fame or money, because I do not care about that. But like, I remember how much joy I got out of laughing or watching, you know, their videos, and just how, you know, they could really make a difference in somebody's life and in someone's day. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to be able to make someone smile by my silly antics, or me and my friends' silly antics, or just dumb stuff that we figure out how to do in a game. So I think that was one of the driving points and what motivated me to, you know, many years later, wanting to do it. So I was just like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna just start uploading stuff, gonna have fun doing it. And it was new, and at the end of the day, I wanted to do it because I wanted to be able to make someone smile. I wanted to make people laugh. So yeah, I mean, that was I had to really think about that question, because I was like, yeah, what was the main big thing and I could thank all the YouTubers that I watched growing up, because a lot of them did a lot of awesome things and a lot of things for their communities and just the community as a whole. And I was like, I would love to do something like that. So thank you for that question. Next one is, do you have any, because I'm reading it off like a thing on my computer, because I have them all like compiled there. Do you have any hobbies besides video games? That's a hard That's a hard one, because I play video games quite a lot. I've just been recently playing the hell out of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero since it just dropped. So that game has been phenomenal so far. But in terms of different hobbies, like I think the big two, one of them is working out. I work out a lot. You know, I've been working out since I was probably like 14. I've been working out a lot, hitting the gym. You know, I'll spend a few hours in the gym. It's usually just like good. I use it for like therapeutic purposes, where I can go there, listen to my music, you know, lift some heavy weights, and you just sort of zone out. You're kind of just like, this is awesome, this feels great, I feel great. I mean, afterwards, depending on how hard you work out, is whether or not you're going to be able to walk the next day. but that's one of the things that I do enjoy, is working out. I think the other one would be like hanging out with friends, like my buddy Vince. Like, I love because he's up at school, and where he goes to school is like 3 hours away. So when he comes home and we're able to do something. So usually it's hanging out, we'll be playing video games, or we'll like go bowling, or we'll just figure out something that we want to do. So I would think this is big too, is either, you know, working out or hanging out with my friends, or even hanging out with my girlfriend. You know, I hang out with my girlfriend every week at some point, because she, you know, she works just like I work. So it's like when we can hang out and do something, or have fun, or go somewhere, or go out to eat something, it's really awesome. She's awesome. She's funny. She's silly. She's goofy. So it matches that energy. You know, I have to tone down my dumbassery, because around her, because she's just, you know, she's my girlfriend. I respect her. I love her. And, you know, I try to not be. Okay, I'm going to put this in a better sense. I don't be as dumb with her as I do with my friend Vince. And she knows how me and Vince are when we're together, because she's been there when me and Vince have been together. So, you know, that's mainly what I do in terms of hobbies. Next question is going to be, what milestones do you have for the channel? Now, I thought that was an interesting question, because when I was thinking about that, obviously with anybody who does YouTube, they obviously want to grow. And I think that's the biggest thing. I don't really have a set. I would like to hit 10,000 subscribers, you know, and just work up the milestones as they come along, instead of just being like, I want to hit 1 million subscribers, and I want to have like 1 billion views on my, like, is it attainable? Yes. But you work with short-term goals as it builds up to longer-term goals. So, you know, that's something. I think 10,000 subscribers, and once we hit that, then, you know, just work up towards the next one. So obviously I have milestones for the channel, you know, but I think the first one is going to be 10,000 subscribers. Take it off from there, and then, you know, keep going on forward. So thank you for that question. Favorite video game? I hate this question because that's literally the person who, let me see if I can find who. Zari XQC23 just said, favorite video game with a question mark. So thank you for your question. In terms of favorite video games, I have a lot. And for nostalgic purposes, like, I could probably go through like different consoles that I've played. Like, but if you're talking about all time, and I probably always said my favorite video game of all time was Banjo-Kazooie on a Nintendo 64. That game was amazing, and I played it so young that I didn't know how to do it. So when I got stuck on a mission, I really got stuck. You know, back then it wasn't like a, oh yeah, I can Google this, how to beat this. I didn't even know what a computer was when I was like 4 years old. So and definitely, if I could go back and play it now, I definitely would, and I could probably 100% the game now. Another close contender is same thing. It's going to be probably Mario Party 3 on the Nintendo 64. I don't know, because I still play that now, because me and my brothers, they have the Nintendo Switch, and they have, what is it, the N64 emulator, so we play that from time to time. And I remember just the mini games and just the overall design of it. It was just, for its time, it was amazing, and I think it still holds up to this day. Now, if we're talking like more modern-esque, it's really hard for me to think of modern, like what game I would consider my favorite game now. If I was gonna say, probably like the last 10 to 12 years, and it's gonna be a big one. Black Ops 2, and strictly for the zombies, because I was terrible as shit at the multiplayer. I was so bad at the multiplayer. But Black Ops 2, it was nostalgic for me, because I remember one of the biggest things was me and my friends would go home, you know, after school, you know, on a Friday, and it's like, oh, the new map pack dropped, the new DLC dropped, let's play this, and let's figure out how to do everything in this zombie map. So we would just play, and we were so bad. I mean, we were good, but we were bad. We weren't like doing like the Easter eggs my older brother tried to do, because my older brother was much better at doing that than I was. But in terms of overall, like getting the high rounds, or, you know, getting the wonder weapons, or like you had to build the wonder weapon or something like that, definitely Black Ops 2 hits that nostalgic, like that nostalgic. I'm 24, so that came out like, what, 12 years ago? Jesus Christ, we're getting old. But no, definitely that one. And like I said, there are a few different games here and there. Like, I know one of the ones I like to play was Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2, strictly just for the character roster that it had. So, yeah, some of my favorite video games for you. What's gonna see? What type of music do you listen to, if you listen to any? Now, so hard. It's such a hard-hitting question, because like, I'll listen to anything if it's good. If it's good and I can vibe to it, I'll listen to it. But if you're asking about a specific genre of music, I listen to more rock music than anything. And when I say rock music, I'm not saying just rock and roll from the 70s and 80s. Most of my music is probably much harder rock. Don't crucify me for that, because like some of the bands I'll probably name, some of you will probably be like, that's not hard rock, that's just, alternative. I listen to any genre of rock, any subgenre I'll say. So like if it's grunge, post-grunge, alternative, metal, hard rock, new metal, like you name it, I probably listen to it, or it's somewhere on my phone that I listen to. Like, and it's some mainstream, some not. Like, Motionless in White's really cool. Disturbed is one of my favorite. My all-time favorite band is Shinedown. I love Shinedown. They're my favorite band of all time. I went to their concert like two or 3 years ago. Amazing concert. He sounds just as good live as he does in, just listening to a song on your phone or something like that. Breaking Benjamin. And then, I like obviously older guys or older groups like Metallica. I can't think of any like bands right off. And then you got like I don't want to say emo phase of, what I would listen to, but then you got like Sleeping with Sirens and Escape the Fate. And like, I just listen to so many. I listen to so many different bands because it's like I hear a song and I'm like, oh, that's a great song. And then I'll go and listen to it, and then I'll be like, oh, let me look at all the other songs this band has. I know recently in August, me and Vince went to see Creed and Three Doors Down in Hershey. That was an amazing concert. Scott Stapp still got it. Because that man was flying across that stage, dancing, and his voice was great. 3 Days Grace. That's another good band. Three Doors Down was really good, just awesome. So like, but my girlfriend's been trying to get me into more country music because that's what she listens to. And some of the songs she puts on are hit or miss. I'll either like really like it or really jam out to it. Like I know one that's like her favorite is a Zac Brown band. They're really good. They got good music. So she's been trying to get me into her type of music as well. So thank you for that question. What's the next one? I saw in previous videos that you have anime figures in your background. What's your favorite anime? Why you do this to me? Why are you asking me these questions? I don't like that. Don't ask me that question, because that in itself is a loaded question. Because I grew up with anime. I'm pretty sure everybody in my family watches anime besides my oldest sister and my mom. My dad watched it, I watch it, my older brother watches it, my younger brother watches it, and obviously different animes. Like, I like more, I guess what you'd say, shonen anime. I like more the fighting animes, especially the biggest ones. I love Dragon Ball Z. If I'm going to name my favorite anime, it's going to be Dragon Ball Z, strictly because that's the one I grew up watching. I played the games, I collected stuff. I watched everything. I didn't watch the new episode. I didn't watch the first episode of Daima yet. I have to watch it. Have not watched it yet. If I'm just gonna list different animes, Naruto, big one. I love the fights. Anime probably made me cry more times than anything. Especially Shippuden. Shippuden was great. Might Guy versus Madara was fire. Pain versus Naruto, awesome, especially when he first shows up, and it's just such a badass scene when he shows up with all the toads. Amazing. Another good one, Fullmetal Alchemist. Love that anime. It was great. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood was immensely amazing. Badass fight scenes. Attack on Titan is good. I'm not going to discredit it. I'm not going to say it's not good. I remember I watched the whole first season. I had a huge Attack on Titan phase, and then watched a little bit of second season, and then I didn't watch it, and then I heard it was ending, and I was like, oh crap, I gotta watch it. So I remember, I think my brother was watching like the last season, and I know some of you are probably like, oh, you gotta watch the full thing, but I am so rambling in this, it's absolutely insane. I'm sorry, but I remember I watched the one where like don't spoil in case you haven't watched it. Let's spoil. When Hanji dies, and I was like, bro, what? She died in such a crazy cool way. And then the ending was such a bittersweet ending, and if you haven't watched it, I'm not going to say the ending, but if you have watched it, I think everybody will agree that was such a bittersweet ending, and I am still salty about it to this day. But of course, there's obviously a bunch more, like Jujutsu Kaisen, I like Yu Yu Hakusho, I like Inuyasha, awesome. There's probably a whole bunch of others that I'm missing, Space Dandy, like there's just so many that, but I would say my favorite, if you're asking number one, is going to be Dragon Ball Z. All-time favorite. And let's go. So I'm gonna finish it up with this one because I think this one you guys are gonna kick out because I got a story with it. What's the dumbest thing you've ever done? Now, I've done a lot of dumb things. I was a kid. Me and my friends used to just mess around in our neighborhoods and do dumb stuff. I think the dumbest one of recently, 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago, 2019. Me and my buddy Vince, he got fireworks, and he was like, yo, I got a whole bunch of fireworks, and it was the 4th of July, of course. I got a whole bunch of fireworks. You want to go light them? There's a park near us that has an abandoned airstrip where nothing's there. I don't think it's an abandoned anymore because they've done a lot to that park in the last few years to like renovate it, upgrade it, make it much bigger. So I don't know if that's still there, but at the time it was an abandoned airstrip. Now my buddy Vince got our buddy Josh and then Josh's sister to come. So we're all like, we're just shooting fireworks. You know, me and Vince were having a Roman candle fight. I'm so lucky. I could have blinded him. I shot him with one of the Roman candles, and I wish I still had the video because I had it on video, and it shot him straight in the side of the head. And luckily, it didn't explode. It was like every other one exploded in that Roman candle pack that we had. And then I started shooting them at me. Well, the dumb thing is, probably like 10, 11 o'clock at night, and then, you know, we hear whoop whoop. We see the sirens, and we're like, ah, crap. Thinking it's gonna be a cool cop. It's 4th of July. You know, it was late, but it's the 4th of July. We're in an abandoned airstrip. Nah, this cop was, I will say, he was not a fan of us because he was grilling the hell out of Vince, and Vince was like, I'm 18. I'm allowed to buy them. Like, you know, these are mine. The cop gave him a fat ticket, a fat citation. He was like, oh, well, you know, there's a noise ordinance here, and you guys aren't like 500 feet away from houses and stuff like that. I remember it because what we did afterward was funny. So he was like, you guys gotta leave. So we cleaned everything up, you know, cleaned up all the fireworks and everything, cleaned up the area that we used, and we left, which was crazy because he said we weren't allowed to be in the park past a certain time, which the entrance we came at didn't tell us that. Now that might be like a state thing, like we should have known that, I guess. But there were like people in that park just chilling in their cars, or there were people jogging there. So it's like, we're not allowed to be here. Then why are there like 20 other people here? Anyway, Vince had this giant 100-pack of mortars, and he was like, bro, we gotta light this. Like, I'm not saving this. We gotta light it. So we're like, all right. So there's another park near us. We parked his car like a street over. We parked it a street over. Then we all got out and walked to. We cut through some people's backyards to get to this one part of this different park that was secluded. And he still has the video, and he lit the. This is where like it was crazy because we were trying to light it and hide. We lit it, and it lit up the sky because it was mortars. It was just shooting them straight up, and they were huge. And these poor people in all these backyards, right when we heard how loud it was and how much attention it drew to us, we lit it, and then we just ran. Like, we ran like half a mile. We could still see the fireworks. And then afterward, I'm pretty sure we went back just to make sure, like, nothing caught fire or anything. But we ran, but we straight up hauled ass because we're like, man, if we're gonna get in trouble, we're definitely getting in trouble because we just got in trouble like 20 minutes ago. And then that happened, and then we went to a different park, a third park, and finished off the fireworks. And a different police department pulled up, and they were cool. The guy was like, yeah, I was gonna put my lights on earlier. He's like, I just wanted to see if you guys had cool fireworks or not. He was like, guys, I know it's 4th of July, you got fireworks. He was like, there's a noise ordinance here. It's past the time. Can you guys just please leave? Like, he was super cool. And I'm like, yeah, okay, we left, you know. But yeah, that's probably in the most recent time one of the dumbest things we've ever done. So thank you for that question. I'm gonna end it here, guys, because this is really long, and I think I've rambled quite a lot. But thank you all so much, as always, for your questions, for the support, for everything. Really appreciate you guys. You guys are all amazing, and I hope to do more of these in the future. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!